Hello, everybody. We have free Zoom, which is called "What Do You Know?" With uh, I don't know which word to use. Facilitator, amazing facilitator from like global amazing facilitator. She's not from anywhere, and Nina Skorup is here with us, and Haris Omanovic. And a lot of amazing people from all over this planet, from all kind of countries. So let's see what can we create. Like, what do you know, Nina? What do you know?
What do you know? Oh my God, I know stuff. I
What do you
know
know?
stuff.
Like
Um,
when I have seen you
yeah.
for the first time, I need to say that I didn't know so much that you were so amazing. Really, I need to admit this. Really, because like I just did like I'm not perfect, you know. Sometimes my knowing also it's not perfect. Okay, so when you opened your mouth, like the mouth,
Like the
when you
mouth.
started to speak, like maybe it was the second day, maybe you gave me one day of fainting. So maybe on the second day of body class. So when you open my mouth, your mouth, not my mouth, when you opened your mouth, when you said something, I said, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this? Probably it was the first day, but probably afternoon. So you were silent from beginning, and then you asked something. You opened your mouth just with the voice of your mouth, and I said, "Wow, who is this bitch? Like this is not just something like this is powerful." So like, and then like now we know each other for 1 year.
Yeah. And I would dare to say it's just the beginning. Yes, yes, I remember that day. And just to say, really, it's the power of also, yeah, it's the power of the words and it's the power of the voice. It's the power that of our really what we can do with our bodies, how we can use our voice, how we can use the words in order to open the energies, in order to open the possibilities, in order really, really to go to the places that were never possible before. So really that was it. How can we use the words and how can we use the voice to open new energies, and how we can get to the knowing more and more and more with that.
Yeah. So like title of this class is what do you know? And like also I wanted that we open more space also with other people here.
Yeah.
What do you know? What do you know, amazing being? What do you know that is possible? What do you know what we can be? And also like from beginning now we are speaking about some power also. So let's see what can we create in this class. So what do you know and what is possible? And what if there is so much more possible that we are creating at the moment with this planet, that like we can just like start choosing it more, and we can finally step into it more, and we can really step forward more, and if we can do it. So what do you know, amazing being? And like what, Nina, what can you say more? Or
So what I found out, yeah, thank you, Haris. Thank you. Actually, well, you did a little bit of acknowledgement. I'm not like playing back to you, you know, and all of these people who are also here. Well, most of the people are still because of you here. But what will it take for not to be like personal and to go really beyond it, and really for us all to open something new with this class? So this is the thing. What I found out that people are stuck with the word, with the meaning of what does it mean to know? You know, when it's like, what do you know? That so many people are going into the mind, or they don't think they go into the mind, but like, really, what do I know? What do I know? And I just listened for the little bit of few minutes that you did on the power of knowing, and it's really more the knowing is the motion. What is your knowing? It's a motion. We are always moving, we are always expanding, universe is ever expanding, our knowing is always ever expanding. And really, what is your knowing? What is it? So what if we go beyond any definition of knowing and any definition of what does it mean to know? and any significance and any construct, or what does it mean to know? And what if, Haris, we can go beyond that word and actually to create the new words, but just as a working, like what is the new word for knowing? What is it? What is it? What is it? What would it be?
Like for me, when I say knowing, like for me, it's space.
Yeah.
And for me, it's beauty. Like also when I ask this question, what do you know? And what do you know that it's possible? Like there is like so much more beauty available.
Yeah.
That we can be, and we can be this space.
Yeah.
And like what you said, motion. So it's a movement. So what is with this movement? Somehow it's not just about knowing like that you just know it. It's more about like how much you can choose it.
Yes.
And how much you can allow yourself to be it. Just to know it, it's like, what if it's nothing special? Like,
yes.
What if you can allow yourself to step into this, that you know that is possible, and you can allow yourself to be this change?
Yes.
Which is required at the moment, or what creates more at the moment.
Exactly. Yeah. But Haris, this is the thing. You're being such a space. You're being that expansiveness. You're being that phenomenon. And all of us are being it. It's just FO. It's just the thing that so many people are still into the word. So when you say, yeah, it's beauty for me, it's expansiveness for me, it's all of this to me. So, okay, what if we can just step in now to the energetics of knowing, exactly what you said, but just into the energy of knowing. So when people are like, what do I know? So they can step into the energy of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's too easy, it's too easy. Like people would like to work on themselves for 10 years. They'll at least they like visiting doctors, like, oh my God, people don't know what to do when they don't have a problem. So they just need a new problem so they can work on the problem. Like it's too easy. Like you can just be it, it's not possible. Like it is possible. We know that it's possible. Just if you just do it, it's too easy.
Yeah.
It's too easy. Like,
yeah, it's super easy. So can we do now? Okay, it's like totally clear to me what you're saying. And guys, is it clear? Like it's too easy. Like it's just being. When you just be, you just go, you just are, you just are, you're just being. It's too easy. You don't have to think. You don't have to use your mind. You don't have to use your head at all. You just go.
you don't need to be your nationality.
No, nothing. Any of the characteristics, any of identity, nothing. You just go. You're more, what would it be, Haris? You're more like something, I don't know. You're just, energy, space, and
Undefined, something undefined.
something undefined. Yeah, energy, space, and consciousness. You are. You just are. You go, you be.
Like what I recognized today, probably like, especially during my riding with a bike. I was riding a bike today for 2 hours in the mountains. Like people look for a problem, so they find it. They find problem also from other people, or they create it in their life, and then they are trying to solve it. So something comes out of it. Like the problems is also some wrongness that they are creating in their life, which they are trying to change. And if they change the wrongness, we have point of view that we are creating something what wasn't wrongness from beginning at all. So like how much wrongnesses are you creating in your life so you can deal with problems for all eternity, so you never need to be what you can truly be, so you can always stop yourself somehow. So people like this more. They are never going to choose to be the space of creation that they can truly be. Like, somebody might judge them, somebody's might make them wrong. Maybe their neighbor is going to be jealous, you know. So they're never going to choose this. Maybe it's better that we sell them some more like cosmetic tools or something, you know, not possibilities. Maybe new makeup.
Yeah. Like, guys, what do you desire actually? Do you want to have the manuals for fixing problems, or to go into the rightness instead of the wrongness, or to go beyond? Like, Haris is giving me so-called veggies since I know him. He's poking me as he's poking everybody in his classes. Yeah, Haris, that's you. That's the part of you. And just, yeah, challenging me to go for more and to go beyond. Exactly. So shall we climb the mountain that doesn't have an end? Or shall we like constantly be in a freaking boot camp and just complaining how it's not possible? So what are you up for? Climbing the mountain? And Haris used to ask me even maybe a year ago now, like, oh, do you really want to choose more? Or you just say that you want to choose more? So I was challenged, not just as a humanoid, but I was challenged because I really desired to go for more. So guys, everywhere you actually are not willing to go into the unknown because you are not willing to let go of control. Just FO that, like just destroy and uncreate it. And Parampak. And somebody is asking, what about the results? You know, if you go into the knowing, so what about the results? What about the results? If everything is true only for 10 seconds, if everything is just a creation, if nothing is true but the 10 seconds, what about the results? And Haris is talking about it a lot. I learned a lot about those things from Haris, so thank you for that. And I expanded my being so much, thanks to the energies that were actually available. So let's use all of these energies now to expand more. Yeah, Haris, what about the results?
So for me, like results, like you can just be happy.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what are the results. So what are, if results never need to, I'm losing the words. So they never need to like having power over your being. So you can be what you are choosing to be, whatever you have results. So you can just be happy. You can just enjoy your life. And also like what you were speaking a little and it came to me. So the thing is life is a choice. So you can really choose anything. Okay. Like we are inviting you maybe today to some different space that you can be with everything and still it's your life. Like you can choose anything and you can create anything, whatever you desire. Nothing is really right, wrong, good, bad. So like your choices until now in your life, they are not wrong. How much you are making them wrong so you don't need to enjoy them. How much you are making your life wrong so you don't need to enjoy your life, so you don't need to be happy. So it's just a choice. It's not a right, wrong, good, bad. So it's not a wrongness. Your life is a creation, whatever that is. So what if instead of making it wrong, you can recognize that you are creator of your life and you can enjoy it and you can be grateful for creations until now, and you can be also question what else can we create.
Mm-hmm.
So like also like about results, we don't see results really. Like we are using results to have a problem. So I'm not creating results. We don't see results with which we created until now. Look in your face on this camera, like you look how you are incredible. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I miss results. I don't have results. This is the result. Your life until now, there is so many results, but people don't see what they have created. They see what is wrong, what they didn't create yet, so they can destroy their life.
Yes. Thank you for that. Exactly. It's about looking for what is not here instead of what is here. And guys, you're one of the 110 people who are here at this moment in the world and who are having this conversation. And I'm sorry, but it counts at least a little bit, you know? So really, can you acknowledge you for choosing something truly fucking different with this sexy man, including me too? I know you're still into Harris, but it will change soon. So it's just what if you don't have to know before you choose? What if you don't have to know? But that knowing instead of that knowing that is connected to, I don't have to know it in my mind. I don't have to control it. What if you don't have to know in order to choose something different? Okay. What if you can just, yeah, Haris?
Yeah. So like, it's funny, like me and you, like, do you know in movies or TV shows when you are thinking about something and you have devil and angel speaking to you?
Yes.
So this is me and you now. Just we are both devils. We are both convincing people to be bad, choose more, have balls and choose more, don't be normal. We are both small devils convincing people to be naughty. Be naughty, stop being normal. So, like, why people are making limitations right and powerful? Why people are stopping themselves? One of the ways is because they don't have balls. Like, everybody else is choosing to be limited. Everybody else is choosing hiding. Like 99% of people is choosing hiding. We are on the place of, like, on the planet of hiding. Everybody is hiding. Let's just hide. And when you are hiding, nobody's waking you up. Nobody's telling you, oh, you are hiding. They like it. More you are hiding, more you are shit. Everybody likes you. When you show up more, they're saying, who is this bitch? Oh, look at her. She is showing up. She shouldn't show up. She should hide. So, like, how much you're hiding? How much are you stopping yourself? Because you don't dare to be different than other people. You would like to be like other, so they like you more. And what do you create with this? They just like you more. People who are boring, they like you more. What is this?
Yeah.
What, like, and we are already doing it for at least, like, let's say average here at least 30 years. So let's try something else also. Like,
yeah. And we're actually trying something else. Even with this class, we are creating something different. And yes, it's the truth. It's about the choice. Are you freaking willing to be that different, no matter whoever, whatever says what fucking ever? Or I was even struggling with that. I wasn't willing, and I'm still sometimes not willing, but okay. Luckily, there is some part that I'm willing to go after what I truly know and after what is truly possible. And what if you don't have to know everything all at once? What if you can know only for the next 10 seconds? Really, what if you don't have to know all at once? Because it turns into a projection. Okay. So what if you just know for the next 10 seconds? Yes, Haris.
as I already said before, it's too easy. So this is one of the biggest problems. Also, what you just wanted to say about your creation, you are stopping yourself and you are stopping yourself less. So, like, some kind of creation is ongoing and creation is working by itself. Like, for me, I'm the laziest person in my life. Like, creation is when you don't need to work. Creation is ongoing. To stop yourself, you need to work hard. So, like, I'm creating more than some other people because I'm fucking super lazy. Like, really, it's like creation is a strong river which just takes you. So to get, like, you opened yourself, you allowed yourself little more, so you are creating more. You didn't say I was working on creation of more.
No.
I stopped stopping myself more. Isn't that funny? Like, oh my God, like how much you are working hard to stop yourself.
Exactly. So, Haris, you're just too lazy. You're just too lazy to think, You're just too lazy to think, and it turns out to be a great thing.
Like, too lazy to think, too lazy to have excuses. Like,
exactly.
People, what they do, there is at least 5 excuses per day why they are not creating, why they are not choosing, why they are not stepping forward, why they don't allow themselves to be. At least 5 per day. How can you do it? Like, I'm lazy. I don't, like, there is so many things what you do. I have 2 hands. There is always, like, just change my hand. You know what I mean? So, so there is, like, wow, like you can just enjoy your life, you can just relax, and you are going to create too much.
Yeah, really. And even like the power of knowing, it's really also in relaxing into that, just relaxing.
Yeah, and this is the question, what do you know? It's powerful question. It's like one of like the most amazing things in Access is this question,
Yes.
and me and you, of course. Uh, and like, what do you know also about this? What you just said, I don't remember it anymore verbally. So let's explore the energy of this.
Yeah.
So, what do you know about this? What we just said, like about this space which we just opened, and like you just allow yourself to be it.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
powerful, it's unstoppable. And this is what I wanted to say. So what do you know? Like there is something what I knew in my life about beauty of living, about possibilities, about beauty of this planet, that it was always there. So that's why I was also always searching. I was always looking for more, because what was like what I have seen as a normal life or life of other people, I knew that this is not, like from my point of view, this is not life. Like I knew that there is something else. We are not here to something what other people are having as life. There is so much beauty of living available that we can reach to it. And this is something what I was looking for. That's why like I'm doing different modalities and different classes now for more years, because I was looking for something else. And this is like what I wanted to show to people. Like I could never see life as my personal life only, and my point of view about life was always global. So I could see only like how can we change the world, how we can share it with the people all over this planet. Like just that I'm having it, it's also like it's not like you can't have nothing alone. Everything is together with everything, and especially like this planet is like I'm every day surprised how beautiful it is, and I'm grateful for all these past years, for all these classes that we are having. I'm grateful for access consciousness, because I can enjoy now Earth more than ever before, and more than I could even imagine that it's possible. That I could imagine that it's possible. Like, and like, what if this is just beginning? And what if you can all invite more people to this? Like, because like if you're happy, you are not torturing other people. Some kind of, we are stopping stupidity and insanity of this planet, and we are creating planet of more happy people. And it's still a choice. So that's well.
Yeah, it's still a choice. And it's phenomenal to me. When I met you a year ago, it was like I was 6 months in, no, 8 months in Access. And what you brought to me and all the people that actually are being invited by you, and maybe not cognitively by me, just energetically, it's that you showed what is possible. And then they can see what they like about you, and it's not personal, it's what they like about what they know, what is possible. And guys, really use those energies. Use those energies. If you see it in him, if you see it in me, it's in you. Just go for it. And really, it's nothing to be understood, as Haris is saying, in a shortcut. And yes, I adore you because you're having such a phenomenal shortcuts. And you taught me so much that I can now, when I'm facilitating people, I can, yeah, shortcuts or the bank. Yeah, just I can be here for so many people in such a like fast way and in such a beautiful way, and just to open even more. So all of you guys, only if you choose, you can really be it, you can really know it. And what if you can just trust that you know it? You don't have to doubt, you don't have to check it out, you don't have to analyze it, you don't have to go for it in your mind. You can just choose to trust that you know it and just to go. What if knowing it's just go, just go,
Yeah.
just
And
go.
also like what is about knowing? So I can share something also. Like people ask me how do I create so many classes, so many people, so beautiful classes like this one also, which we have at the moment. We are at the moment in 16 languages, if all translators are still alive. So like I don't need to do anything. Like, okay, this is one thing. And also another thing is I don't need to be anything special. Okay? So really, creation is too easy. So how do I do it? I'm not being anything. So and how can I do it with not being anything? Because life is so special. I don't need to be so special. Life is special. So there is some awareness, there is some energy that you are aware of with me or Nina or other people here, our participants, that you are choosing this class. And we don't need to be special because everything is so beautiful that we like it's just here. So like it's really too easy. You just like some kind of main thing what you need to do in your life, just open.
Yes.
Just open and everything is here and everything is working by itself. You know, to enjoy the butterfly, you don't need to fly it.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
To enjoy the sunshine, you don't need to take care about the energy of the sun. Just
Yes.
enjoy your life, relax. Like also you can repeat access mantra 300 times per day. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Repeat it all the time. It really works. Especially you can recognize if you feel bad, repeat this mantra. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Too much money and too much sex and beer and pizza, pot and pork, everything that doesn't allow me. So all of life comes with ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes with ease, joy, and glory. And it works. And like, what the fuck? Like, life is ease, joy, and glory. It can be possible. It's all the time some beautiful surprises, but this is my life now for more years, like all the time beautiful surprises. And you know, when something stupid happens, I don't even see it, I don't remember it. What is that like? So what do you know, amazing being? What do you know?
So what do you know, guys?
And
What do you
how
know? Yeah.
how hard it is, because it's so easy, you know, how much you are trying to make your life hard. So like something is maybe going to come out of it, you know, if it's too easy, maybe like it doesn't have value.
Mm-hmm.
And this is also what I learned from access. Like I was trying to make my life hard. I was also like following heaviness, not happiness. So the thing is like, this is one word which we learned from access consciousness classes. It's ease.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ease. And then like, what the fuck is ease? Like, why they are speaking about ease?
Mm-hmm.
What is ease? And like, what if you really like create amazing things in your life with total ease, and you can ask for it now, and you don't need to focus on hardness.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
No,
know?
really, and even after like all of this so-called corona crisis, and really the world changed so much, like so much. This is beautiful. And guys, we all created this. We really, really, really all created this. We created actually the way that Earth is showing us what is all possible and how the change is possible even to be faster, and how the doors of magnificence are even more open than ever before. And the Earth changed with all these, like the blue sky and the dolphins and the whole of the nature, how it changed within a month. It's really, the possibilities are here. It was never more possible. We were never more empowered and supported by the earth. And that's what, again, Haris, thank you so much for inviting the earth more and more and more and more and more and more into our awareness, into our presence, to be with the earth, to communicate with the earth. And just when you say everything is already here, really everything is already here. We just have to open our eyes and open our beings and like the fuck, everything is here. Trees are here and they're talking to us. Grass is here and is talking to us. The sun is here coming to us. Everything is here. We can just use all the energies for what we truly, again, what do we know? And what is knowing again? Can you just go for it? Whatever is true for you, just to go for it? What if this is your knowing? What if what you know is what is true for you and you just go for it? And what if words are just the words and you can go beyond the words? Like, yes, what if you can connect to the sun, connect to the trees, connect to the mountains, connect to the everything, and just, yes, the fuck I know, so let's just go. Let's just go without having the plan in advance. I was the best one who wanted to have all planned out and control in advance so I can know what I do. And I and it's not about that, guys, truly. It's what do we know, what we are driven, like what is really inviting us. And yes, we are all, and thank you, Haris, again for that. And yes, oh my God, I'm praising you so much in this class, but I'm acknowledging you for everything that you were being as a contribution for my life and for the life of others, really to go for what can I acknowledge that we are, that the whole nature is, so we can just play with all of it. So what if what we truly know is what is true for you? What is true for you? What is true for you? What do you know? What is true for you?
And what is interesting now about Corona times, it's interesting energy about people. People are now more interested for change, for awareness.
Yes.
And this is creating something. So like, like people are interested when they have problems. So people are at the moment, because they are learning better when they have problems. So people are learning at the moment in these months more than usually.
Yes.
When we have classes, they are more interested what we are speaking about.
Yes.
It's less just a hobby than before.
Yes.
So, and another thing also like about knowing is, maybe I need to mute you. Maybe. So another thing about knowing is also like people can see this on the, this access consciousness log, or they can see on their classes, they can see in the manual, knowing. And many people don't know how powerful this is. This is also what is my knowing about people. They can see knowing. Like knowing is not just knowing. Really, knowing is super powerful. And like how powerful it is, like if you can just know everything. And this is one of your superpowers, is that you can just know anything. You can just ask yourself and you just know. So like it's amazing, it's super powerful. About anything you can just know, and you can trust your knowing, and you can be your knowing, and it's creating some totally different space when you are being knowing.
And what if, thank you for muting me, what if you can know everything you choose to know? What if really everything is just a choice? So what if you can know everything you choose to know? And what if it's knowing is like stepping into the ocean and you just start to swim? And you don't think about swimming, like now I'm going to swim like the second round, the third round, the fourth round, like you know how to swim. And you just swim into your knowing. You just swim into your knowing. And you just know, you trust that you know how to swim through your knowing. And again, guys, it's so much more we affect with the words, like, oh my God, knowing, what does it mean? And blah, blah, blah. No, what if it's just swimming into the ocean of what is, of your knowing? What if we can reframe really even the words and not be so attached to the words?
And also like space of knowing, like it could work much better if you allow yourself to lose everything. Some kind of, so what we do many times, like why knowing doesn't work so good for people, is because some kind of they buy a lie before that. So they are in the lie. You buy need, you buy luck, you buy problems, and then you are trying to solve them. it's a lie already from beginning. So when you allow yourself that you really lose everything, when you open yourself to vulnerability and allowance, this is how you open your space of knowing, when you really don't depend on anything. Like if you buy that you depend on something, this is how you are in lie. So then knowing doesn't work so good because you bought the lie. So like, what if you can allow yourself to lose everything? So your being never need to depend on anything. So nothing is having power over your being. So nothing is having power over your knowing. So allow yourself to be nothing so you can be everything. Cool.
Yeah, allow yourself to be nothing in order to be everything. Sve ništa. Exactly. Allow yourself to be nothing in order to be everything. It's like you are stepping, for example, you're stepping naked into the ocean and you just go to swim. Are you waiting for the people to join you? Are you waiting for the things to be after you? Are you waiting for your past to follow you? Are you waiting? You just go in and you swim. You swim forward, you just swim and you enjoy into that depth of beauty, actually.
Like in my case, it's much more hydrodynamic in the swimming suit, because of the... So we can maybe go to some questions of people, or some people maybe can say something.
Yes, please, people.
Probably like we just killed some 3 million of people with this conversation.
Especially with the hydrodynamic moment, it was key.
Yeah. It was contribution to their bodies, like we woke the bodies. We woke up the bodies.
Yeah, thank you for that. You know how to wake up the body.
Yeah, it's my job. So any questions? Anybody would like to say something?
Hi, Haris. Hi, Nina. This has been such a beautiful conversation. Wow, I'm loving it so much. I have a question. Like, Haris, you were talking about allow yourself to be nothing in order to be everything. And in my universe, when I ask myself, or somebody asks me, what do you know? The first sensation that I have is heaviness. And when you said that it's about you buying into lies and needs, etc., could you talk a bit more about that? Like, how can I get rid of this heaviness that I have around the word knowing?
So, okay, I'm going to share an example about something now. So I'm not going to speak directly about you at the moment, okay? So what we do many times, also when how many times people, when you would like to create something, what you do, you stop creation. Okay, just explore this energy for yourself, people.
I do that all the time.
So the thing is, what we have point of view that we need to be something, we need to do something, we need to have something. So we are fighting with it and we are defending it. So you don't need to be anything, you don't need to have anything. You don't need to be anything. You don't need to have anything. You can just relax and enjoy your life. So there is something like we decide we need to be something. Like I need to be me, or I need to be something what I decided that I need to be. So how much do you need to fight for it and defend it? So how much when you are trying to be something what you decided that you would like to be, how much you're stopping your creation? What if you can be anything without any point of view? Whatever would work, whatever would create more. And you don't need to be what you decided what you are. Then you think, I need to have something. So you are holding yourself on something. What if you can allow yourself to lose anything? So you don't need to have anything. What can this create? So this is orgasm now. I hope that it's not your first one when you are 44 years old. So next question. Or Nina, you can double kill if you like.
I have a question. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. I'll be quick.
Jessica!
Hello, darling. I often, I have this strong knowing and I enjoy my knowing, and then I go to speak about it, and I become aware of what I think people want to hear, or something happens anyway. It kind of breaks up and shatters somehow. And yeah, like, is it possible? I don't know what I'm doing there, basically.
I don't see you, Jessica, but like you have background sound like that you are living in India now, so you are already changing your life.
Haris, I have a question from our people.
So, Nina, would you like to say something?
I'm also looking for Jessica. No, really, guys, how much you're really willing to acknowledge your knowing, despite anybody else's, whatever, anybody or everybody or anything is or think or whatever. How much you're willing to acknowledge it, no matter what, and just to go for it, truly. Or you're still so worried or concerned about what everybody else would say, and adjust to the, Haris would say, to the normal, to the normality, to all of it.
Also, like how much when you are creating for human reality, for other people, and this is how you are buying their point of views. What if you can create with this planet also beyond human reality? So you don't need to create only for human reality. How much you are buying their universe, their point of view, their reality, when you are creating for their reality. How much you are still creating for your parents. How much you are creating for people around you. And this is how, like, to create for them, we need to buy their reality, we need to buy their universe. And of course, you are trying to fix it and to change it. But if you can be allowance of their universe and still create beyond, and how I'm functioning and what this is for me, I'm creating with Earth. And my point of view, if some people would like to join, they're going to enjoy some kind of, I can create without people. And this is how people can show up. I don't depend on people. Even if I started to depend on them because I started to like them.
No, but really, it's that space that it's out of need, out of any need. And to the willingness to go truly beyond. When we say beyond, to climb the mountain, no matter whatever is whoever is joining or not, no matter what. And Haris is also unique, and you love him so much because he was fucking willing to just go to climb the mountain without anybody. Just he's like, I'm going there, and whoever goes or doesn't go, I don't fucking care. And that's it. How much we are still concerned about who is going with us, or like, I don't care, I'm just going.
Yeah, like I'm willing to be alone. That's why I can't get rid of people.
Exactly.
My question is, how can I get rid of people? Like,
well, I'm not sure you're gonna get rid of me, but okay. And anything you fight against also. Anything, guys, you fight against, you cannot go beyond. So whenever we are, yes, resisting or refusing or fighting against, we just cannot beyond. We just cannot go beyond. And he doesn't fucking give a damn. And I'm approaching that too. So it's like, okay, let's just go. Let's choose what is true for us. And when we really choose what is true for us, we are stepping into our knowing. And that's that power. The minute we are going after what is true for us, we are stepping more into the knowing, and we know more. That's his secret, among many others.
And also, like, what I'm aware of energy also in this class is like how much you are still in life of your parents and trying to change their life. And like, what is also with knowing how knowing works better. Knowing works better when you are following your energy, like when you are creating your life your way, when you allow yourself to be totally different, when you are functioning from fun and playfulness, when you allow yourself to be crazy. So like when you are creating something new, you know how to create it. the thing is, like, when you are creating in life of somebody else, like when you are creating for your parents, how much you are still in their life and trying to figure it out, how to change it. This is how, like, knowing don't work so good. You are in life, you're like, when you are creating something what you would like to create, you know how to do it. Did it happen sometimes in your life, like when you were in some job which you like it, you just knew everything. When you are doing something what is not for you, you are terrible. Knowing don't work so good. So what if you can allow yourself your life, your way, whatever that is, and what if you are what if you, when you are creating something totally your way, you know exactly how to do it. So how much you are still trying to duplicate other people so you can be lost? And what if you can allow yourself to be more different and more unique, more different than anybody? And this is also how you open yourself to more space of knowing. Yeah, and we are 111 people here, and the class started at 7 on 7 p.m. Paris time. Oh, now we lost one person. Okay. So we have amazing class for numerologists. Okay, it's like magic. It's class about magic. 777. Yeah. So anything else? Anybody would like to say something? Are you still okay?
Hi, Nina and Haris.
Yes. Hello, Swami.
Hey, Swami.
Hi.
Swami.
So happy
Swami
to see
from
both.
India.
I'm just happy to just see you all, and oh my God, this energy that you are being, Haris. I mean, when you are saying a couple of statements right now, I'm just recollecting a couple of classes that I attended, and I am like, oh my God, I just forgot this thing. I mean, you know, like you had right now you spoke about a couple of aspects, and I seem to be like, wow, I just forgot it after the class, you know, and now I'm recollecting this space that you are speaking about. So
You are speaking
what is
about
this
body class in
energy?
January body class.
No, Harris, I mean, yeah, also that.
Okay.
So in many of your creation of million classes and foundation classes that I had attended, you spoke about certain aspects of knowing and being, like whatever you spoke right now. And oh, I don't even know what I'm saying.
What if you didn't forget it? What if it's always more? You cute, sometimes like not so bright man.
No. Can I jump in, please? Can I jump in? Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, jump in. So you are going to now in sandwich if you jump in.
Well, I like the sandwiches.
You are the salami.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna be the finest salami. So what if it's so different than ever before? You're just looking for the reference point from the past, and it's actually totally new. It's totally new. So don't go after anything that was before. Just allow yourself to create in a new way, to be new. What if you don't have to remember, but to create something new?
Yeah.
So it's now more. You weren't a bad student. You are creating now even more than.
Exactly. You're creating even more.
And you were already thinking that you are a bad student. And oh my God, Swami, and that I need to give you some additional homework, that you didn't work so hard in personal growth in last weeks. Oh my God, it's more now. It's like every class, it's more like you like these free Zooms are the most amazing, because people don't expect that they are going to change their life. You know, when they pay, then they go to class. Oh, now you need to change my life because I paid. You almost need to dance naked, you know, for $40. And now when it's free, you know, they come like this. They are eating, they are doing sex in between, showering, running, driving. You know, it's free class. They didn't expect that it's going to change their life. And it's even more amazing energy than when it's the paying class or bigger class. Like, oh my God, this is a free class. And I had already 5 orgasms like for free. Oh my God, this is not possible. Huh? So, and this is what we are creating at the moment in the world. We are creating this together. Like, it's also cool when I'm like with you, Swami, with Nina, but like when we are creating with these 100 people here live, and many people are going to watch this recording, like we are in the future that we wanted to create long ago. Like for how long time you were waiting for this future, which is now here. The future is here. You are fucked up, Swami. You are going to be the only one with Ferrari in Pune. In your city
I'll
in
have
India.
that.
The only driver of Ferrari, like the first Tesla in Pune. You know, like you are fucked up. Like you are with us. We are cute. You are cute. We are going to change the world, and it already happened.
Yes.
We are in the future, which we wanted to create billions years ago, trillions years ago. Like, do you remember trillions years ago when you whispered to me, "Hey, Haris, in year 2020, at least we need to change the world. Invite Nina to free Zoom, and then we are going to talk about this. She don't need to know, okay?" So now we are here. We are in the future. Thank you for this. So how
Thank you
many
so
more
much.
samosas can we eat together?
No, exactly, guys. That's it. You nailed it. What if this is just more? And what if this is just the future? And nothing has to do with anything from the past. Isn't that so light and so expensive? That's
Can
it.
I jump in? Hi, Nina. Hi, Haris.
Hello?
Maha.
Who is it? Where are you?
Maha, it's
Maha.
Maha.
Maha. Hello, Maha. Maha from Saudi Arabia.
Patrick is here.
Show them how girls in Saudi Arabia looks like.
Okay. I miss everyone here. I miss this energy. Gosh. Love you all. Yay. Just want to tell you, I want to say something about the knowing thing, that the whole thing about knowing, it's like us just receiving ourselves. It's like you receiving who you are. That's what you know about yourself. Just receive yourself. Is this all those judgments about how it's supposed to be? How am I supposed to, what am I supposed to do? It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be da-da-da-do. And how many times of sex do I have to be? Do I have to do? And how much sexy do I have to look and be and feel and perceive? And so,
like, how can you judge these boobs? You know, like, isn't that crazy? You know, like, oh my God. You know, like, you need to work very hard to make them wrong.
Yes, it's just us receiving who we are. It's about receiving ourselves in the first place. And then that's how we start acknowledging and we start perceiving what we know.
Yes,
So
Maha,
it's like allowance of yourself and vulnerability with yourself. It's
yes,
opening the space of infinite receiving and infinite knowing.
Exactly.
Allowance and vulnerability.
Shukran. Yes, allowance. It's just to know, okay, I know this. Okay, great. What else? What else? How much orgasm can I still enjoy?
Like allowance of life and body which you have created until now. You created this. It doesn't work when you make it wrong. It's your creation. You can recognize it, you can enjoy it, you can be grateful for it, and you can be a question, what else can we create? It's not so bad. What else can we create?
Yeah. And what else am I knowing now? What else my acknowledging is telling me? What else do I know here?
Yes.
That I haven't realized that I know it. Because we know a lot. We know a lot. We're just used to told and directed about what to do in our lives, from religion, from our parents. So we stop doubting about what we know, and our allowance just start to shrink.
And yeah, so we are using judgments about ourselves, so we don't need to receive, we don't need to know. And on this class, it was interesting energy for me. People are judging Nina and you much more than me and Swami.
That's true.
And
That's true.
And they are women, like they are women, they have vagina, you know, so they need to judge other bodies with vagina. Do you get?
Yes.
Like, and this is fucked up. So like they also, how much you need to judge other women, female bodies here, because this is the way how you judge yourself.
Exactly.
Oh, she's a woman. Of course, you judge also yourself with this. You are also a woman. Like, can you show to the world that it's beautiful to have a vagina? What the fuck? Like, what if you have a vagina, you need to be unhappy? So it's just fucked up. Let's stop doing this. Like, you are a woman and you are judging other women. Isn't that stupid? Like, you are judging more women than men. Oh my God. And this is like how much you are doing this so you can judge yourself more. Because if you don't judge other women, also you are losing your judgments about yourself. If you are losing judgments about other female bodies, you are losing your judgments.
You're not receiving the other person.
Yeah, you don't need to enjoy yourself if you are judging yourself. So how much are you judging other women here? And you like me and you like Swami because we have penis check. So you are using this so you can make yourself wrong. Of course, they are good because they are men, and these other women, they are bad because they are women as like me. Oh my God, like really, being a woman is an obstacle. Sorry. Like how many of you here, women, have better ass, it's just my point of view, than me? And like you are creating less. Use your ass, like even like if your mother didn't show you how to use your ass, me and Swami can show you, or Maha, Nina, we can all show you how to use your ass. Like come to some class in person so we can show you more. Use your ass. Okay. So stop judging your ass, use your ass.
Yes.
Shh.
Yes.
It's a secret tool.
Whenever we stop receiving others, we are refusing to know more. It's because I'm not receiving other females. So I am a female. How am I supposed to receive myself and to know more about this being, as long that I'm judging the being from the same gender just because she's a female?
Maha class with you is in 1 week, okay? You need to wait 7 more days.
Maybe it's better to grow some mustache before our class.
Okay. So,
love you all.
So, thank you very much. Thank you for being so amazing in fucked up country. What else can we create? Thank you that you can smile.
What else can we be now? Yes.
So what else can we? Nina, how is it for you?
For me, it's great. I'm super happy. I'm super grateful. Yeah, every judgment is killing like every possibility and every receiving. So let's just F all the judgments. It's great. This is the intro for the next class. And how does it get better? It's all in emotion. It's all in connection. And yes, also one thing that I want to share with you guys, and it's connected to the knowing also, we're changing all the time. And if you're choosing to step into your knowing more and more, and as Maha was saying, to receive yourself more and more, it's about these words. Words are fucked up, like receiving, knowing, being. We start to think about it instead of just, stepping into it, go for it. So what if we don't have to go so much into the meaning of the words and really just to go for it, just to follow your flow, just to really follow your flow, just to follow your flow, just follow your flow. You know it. Just follow your flow. 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 And just follow your flow. Just follow your flow. And that's it. You know, you be, you receive. Just follow your flow. It's not about the words, it's about the energies. Just follow your flow. And I forgot what I intentionally wanted to say. It slipped away, but it's okay. This one works too.
So I would like to say something. If you would like to see S of Nina in person, you have some published foundations now? Like at least 2 CDs are published at the moment, Nina?
Yeah, thank you, Angie. Oh my God, Haris and Angie, you're so in sync. Yeah,
okay.
So there is
Nina
a
foundation, yeah.
Yeah, there is a foundation coming from 11 to 15. And it's really, guys, if like I'm very appreciative of Access Consciousness. We would not be here really if there wouldn't be an Access Consciousness. And I so appreciate Gary and Dana. I'm not being polite, it's phenomenal. But when I found Haris, as most of you, I found the shortcut. And with his energies, I was able to open so many of the energies. And exactly for me being the one with all of my knowing and all my receiving and perceiving and willingness and choices to open so much more spaces to everybody else. So it's not about the person, truly. It's about what we can be, not as an individuals, but as the force of nature, as the beauty of the nature to open more. And so all of these classes are just, let's just kick in and let's just play with different kinds of energies so we can open more. It's not about Nina, not about, I don't know, Amel or Swami or Maha. It's about, yeah, all of us are bringing different kinds of energies. It's about the energies that we can open and actually to know more. When we say to know more, to go after more, to be more, to explore more, to enjoy more, to create more, to choose more, to be fucking different and to create this world in a totally different way. And thank you, Haris, for that. And thank you, all of you guys who are really choosing something different.
It's about you, beautiful being, what you would like to create. And you can really what do you know? What if you can really create anything? And also you don't need to be alone. Like we are here. We are here to contribute. Like we are here. You don't need to be alone. You don't need to create it alone. We are here.
Yeah, we truly are. And it's that invisible, but such a potent and present so-called network. There is one girl who is calling it, Jessica, I'm just gonna, what's the word, acknowledge you and say it. There is a systema that we are all into, being into that oneness and together, and we are having each other's back. And we know that we are not alone. There is Swami in India, there is Haris in Slovenia and worldwide, there is Amel, there is Angie, there is Gabriela, there's everybody here. And we know that you are here existing and that we can create beyond.
Like we are not going away, we are staying.
Exactly.
We are staying. And also I just shared the link for my page. So even if you are going to forget about this, even if you are going to forget about me and you are going to lose my contact, I'm always going to be on this page. Okay, Haris C. Haris, yes, say yes to Haris. Haris C. So really we are staying, we are not going away. So you don't need to be alone. And what can we create together? What would you like to create and how much can we contribute?
Exactly.
That you are being more and more the gift that you would like to be, that you can be, that you are, that you see how beautiful you are, and that we are creating more and more beauty with this planet.
Yeah, and I remembered, say it, Haris, I'm sorry.
It's now the time for the unicorn cream and rainbows all over this planet. And it's time to spread it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And guys, just one thing that I wanted to share. Yeah. And it's somehow it just pulling me to say it. What if the change that so often we are refusing to be or to do is actually just a word in very old vocabulary? What if the change is just like the molecules in motion, the molecules in movement that we truly are all the time? So what if that change is actually what we are all the time, these molecules in motion, in order to create more, to choose more, to know more, to be more? What if that is something that is present all the time? We just made it as something extra or different. So what if we can be it all the time in order to be more, to create more? What if it's not about the words, but about the energies that you are willing to step in and to be? And yeah, what the fuck else is possible now? And what will create more beyond everything we ever imagined? And thank you, Haris. Thank you, people.
Nina,
yeah.
I have one question from Germany. Can you do more Zooms, please?
Okay, the thing is like
It was so
we just
great.
like what
Can you
we
do more what?
created.
Wait.
More
what?
Okay, sorry. But we have created this double grill, you know, maybe Germans like when the meat is double grilled, you know, so it's so grilled
Yes.
meat that it's like dry meat. So maybe Germans like this, you know, double grill.
We like it, yes.
When can we have more double grill bitte? Doppel.
Well, Haris,
so
what did you want to say?
So we are creating more classes. Just check us on Facebook, and like we are not going anywhere. So don't be afraid, people. That's like we are going to do more classes. We are choosing to stay on this planet longer. So
yeah.
Okay, so we are going to have a lot of more classes, and also in person, with touching, without touching, on distance, online, everything. You are creating us. You created this.
Yes, you created this.
You were asking for this.
Yeah.
That's why we look so good. You wanted to have facilitators which look good. So it's like better for the eyes, you know, it's more pleasurable for eyes.
Oh, Haris.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nina.
Thank you, Haris. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Haris. Thank you,
Love you
Nina.
Thank
guys.
you so much.
See you soon, everybody.
Thank you, see you soon.
Haris.
Thank you, Nina, so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Haris.
Thank you, translators.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
everybody.
Obrigado.
Thank you for all this energy. Gracias.
Thank you.
Sure.
See you soon.
See you soon. Shukran.